Welcome back, I'm DRN and this is Mechabellum, a 1 vs 1 auto battler with giant mechs blasting each other to bits with lasers and rockets. We're going into our third game of this week's tournament where we've won one game and lost one game. We're in Advanced Group 1, which is the top group in the game, and going up against some very good players. Let's see who we get. Ooh, Bluehair. Sorry, he's not called Bluehair, he's called Wakayasu. Or at least I think so, but I don't speak Japanese, so if I've said that wrong, please do forgive me. On the European and American servers, we call him Bluehair. He plays a lot of giants, in particular War Factory. This is going to be a tough game, he's one of the best players in the world. But he's already lost a game this tournament, so hopefully that's knocked his confidence. Right, what have we got? Giant Elite Heavy Armor Cost Control. Can't pick Cost Control because he could take supply, and that would nullify the advantage. I don't particularly like Steel Balls as an opener. They're a good unit, but I hate the opener, and I'm a bit rusty with my aggro. This is not the time to experiment, so let's just go Giant Specialist. From experience, I know that Bluehair loves playing War Factory, so starting with some Phoenixes is great for us, and having easy access to the melting point might be handy as well. Let's be polite, make sure he knows we're not scared of him. He is the one playing the infamous DRN. He's on Aerial Specialist, so he gets free unlocks for all the aerial units. So you're thinking early Wasps, maybe an early Wraith or an Overlord turn 2, but thankfully we've got our trusty Phoenixes who can shut that down. I'm setting up for standard versus standard because I think he'll handshake us here. I'm putting our Phoenixes relatively far forward, so we'll be fighting to tanks and fangs. I'd expect him to take a pair of marksmen round 1 to give him a bit more anti-air coverage, but he might try something fancy like selling a set of tanks and buying a Wraith, which could be spooky, but I think our Phoenixes will handle it. Now the question is, what do we buy at this stage? We're missing Chaff Clear, so normally you'd think Arc Lights immediately, but Arc Lights are bad into aerial units and won't give us much long-term value. So instead, I think we should go Fang, start prepping for our late game comp with some late arriving Chaff, which can also handle aerial units. It's a bit greedy, we're giving up tempo, so we're already telegraphing that we're playing scaling to our opponent. Wow, he's gone double anti-Chaff, but not much anti-air, just relying on the Fangs for anti-air. So if we can kill these Fangs, we win this. It's going to be tough though, his Arc Lights and tanks will chew through our small stuff really quickly. Whew, glad we beat Bear-like in the last game. Never met him in a tournament before, and once he started going Arc Light I was terrified, because I know he loves that style of play. But we've come a long way from losing to Demon Unkillable Arc Lights to beating the Arc Light Master himself, Bear-like. Now can we beat Bluehair, a Giant Specialist, while playing Giant Specialist ourselves? Whew, it's going to be tough. But it's going to be fun. Even if we lose, we'll learn something. As long as we're learning and improving, we're winning. In the long term, anyway. So I think he bought the Arc Lights because he was anticipating we would go super heavy crawler here, with 2 more sets of crawlers, to try and overwhelm his tanks if he had gone the marksman play. He was trying to predict our response to a standard opener. At this level, it's all about anticipation and punishing small mistakes and small mispositions. He's running standard techs on his Arc Lights and tanks. The only thing he's missing is anti-air and his Arc Lights. But I don't think we'll get to punish that because he's an aerial specialist this game. Yeah, we're not going to win this round, he's got too many Fangs left alive. That's okay, it's only a bit of chip damage at this stage. And we're playing scaling for the late game as a Giant Specialist. It's a bit rough that he gets the towers though, they're worth 200 experience a pop. If he gets his tanks or Arc Lights to level 2 super quickly, we'll be in a bit of trouble, tempo-wise anyway. Right, let's see what we get. Hopefully we don't get free units, and then we can just get a round 2 Giant. No! That's half the advantage of being a Giant Specialist wasted. No turn 2 giant play for us. Well, unless we take the free Sabertooth. No, we've got to take the Stormcallers here every day of the week. All his units are slow, and we need the Chaff Clear. Typhoons would have been nice, but then he just takes armor on his tanks, and they'd be terrible into all the other options here. Sabertooths and Scorpions can one-shot them. We're putting these a bit close together, might be punished by a missile or a javelin, but hopefully we'll have bigger, scarier stuff on the board by then. We can always shield if we have to. Editing DRN here, if he remembers to use shields when the abilities come up. We'll see. Yeah, I think Stormcalls on the inside here is better. We're more vulnerable to a single set of distraction crawls right at the front, but those are easy to deal with. Whereas if we play the Stormcalls on the outside, then they get distracted by everything on the flanks. And I don't really want to encourage him to start flanking us this early, because I want to be buying giants, not answering flanks. 50 left over, what do we unlock? I think I'm just going to unlock forts this turn. Then if I do buy them next turn, I can unlock their counter, the melting point, so that it won't be an option in their free unit cards following that. We're not committed to forts though, it's just a free unlock. Everyone betting against me thinks I'm going to lose. I love it. Give me that motivation. Give me that fire. I love proving people wrong. Playing as the underdog. People betting on him puts more pressure on him. Whereas I'm playing free. Not a care in the world. I've already beaten Bear-like. My mission here is done. This is just the icing on the cake. We've been pretty lucky, I've got to say here. Stormcalls are the perfect answer to this one. We're kind of baiting him into going anti-missile tech on his Sabertooth, which in turn would free us up to sell out of the Stormcalls and fund our giants. Go on, take anti-missile tech on Sabertooths. Do it! Do it! I dare you. No, I double dare you. Oof, Stormcalls are so good at the end of rounds, just clearing everything up. Right, come on, senior manufacturing, please, please, please. Give me those cheap giants. Aww. Shield drop, Rhino, or extended range sledge. I think he takes extended range sledge here, which means the Rhino drop should be free, but it's very obvious that I'm going to go for it. He'll probably defend this, but that's okay. We'll have to defend it as well, because there's a non-zero chance that he drops a Rhino right here. Let's drop some Phoenixes to defend in the back, and a Fortress at the front to do some tanking. So the Phoenixes and Fangs will save our tower, and I think the Fortress has to go over this side, away from the big Sabertooth. And then next round, if we're fighting the Sabertooth head-on, we'll have to go barrier on the next Fortress, for that big chunky shield bubble. It's the most cost-efficient health upgrade in the game, but it is vulnerable to melting points and EMP, so I don't always grab it. Yep, he's dropped a Rhino as well. Where's he put it? Ooh, right on top of our Rhino. He's not heavy armor specialist. Has he taken the health up from the tower? No, he hasn't. So the Rhino should kill each other, because when a unit lands on another unit, it deals damage based on its HP and receives damage based on the unit it lands on's HP. So a clever play here would be to take the tower health upgrade, but we couldn't afford it, having bought a Phoenix and a Giant. He's fallen for our trap and taken anti-missile on his Sabertooths. It'll probably win him this round, but long term that's going to fuel our fortresses when we send our Stormclaws to the big scrap heap in the sky and spend that money on the fortresses instead. He's gone with extra chaff, and he can still threaten War Factory. He's got good positioning. Rhinos are both going to crash into each other. Wait, what? He's survived? We've been conned! He's cheating! No, he just took the tower upgrade, but he did it after we checked. Ah, well played. I tip my hat to you, good sir. Wish we'd had the money for that play. It's a nice little trick if you want your Rhino to survive. Giving all your units 15% extra health is never a bad thing. Unfortunately for him, it's going to run right into a fortress and die. But still, it was a nice defensive play, I like it. And now his Sabertooth on the left is dead, so our Stormclaws can shine. We're going to lose this tower, unfortunately, which will probably cost us the round, but look at the difference a single fortress makes. The left side is winning so heavily, but the right side is losing. The left side was the side his Rhino went to as well. He doesn't have much anti-air left, we might win this. Come on, kill the Sabertooth before we lose all our Stormclaws. Yes, nice! Now we kill his Fangs and win this, right? Easy, the power of a fortress. Its big guns never tire. And that's a good chunk for this early in the game. Great start for us here. Let's see what we get. Oh yes! Our prayers have been answered. Senior Manufacturing Specialist when you're a Giant Specialist. Too good to pass up. Bear-like smiles upon us this day. I'm going to get so much value from this. I almost guarantee you that our opponent takes it as well, because we're a Giant Specialist, so he knows we're going to take it. And he doesn't want to fall behind, but it's so much more valuable for us. The only Giant he unlocks for free is Overlord, whereas we get everything. I'm going to unlock War Factory here. It shouldn't be a possibility on the free cards if we get free cards next round, but I'm just ruling it out by taking it. Maybe I should have taken Overlord. Yeah, I should have taken Overlord here, because if that comes up on the free cards, he takes it every day of the week. Doesn't matter though, it's a small thing. People still betting against us, yes! Give me that fuel. These are the games I live for, when you know you're playing the best. I always feel sharper, faster, more laser focused. Oh, he's taken Overlord. Perfect. We could use our War Factory unlock with anti-missile tech to shoot its shells down from the air, but that's an expensive answer to a smaller problem. He probably just takes cannons on the Overlords then. Okay, what technologies is he running? Oh, he isn't running cannons. He's running the same as I run, but with Mothership, the Wasp summoning ability, instead of the cannons. So he is vulnerable to anti-missile tech. Cannons did get nerfed a few patches ago, but it wasn't too bad. It was like 10% reduction, and they still scale with levels that are lethal. Alright, here we go. Hopefully our Phoenixes can deal with that Overlord. I probably should have sold a set of Stormcallers this turn, and used that money for barrier in our fortress. I want to see what his response to the fortress was before I made the choice. I think we're a bit light on chaff now. We've got 5 units of carries, 3 fortresses, 2 Phoenixes, but only 6 units of chaff. He's got so much chaff clear, so we need to grab some more chaff when we can. But I guess we do have senior manufacturing, so Giants aren't too expensive anymore. Come on, kill that Sabertooth so our Stormclaws are unleashed. Oof, there goes our first fortress. Okay, so now we're winning on the right, but losing on the left. It swings and roundabouts. But we need a good answer to an Overlord now. We can either use our Phoenixes and get them on target sooner by going super heavy on our chaff clear with maybe some Mustangs, or we can just take anti-air barrage in our fortresses. The problem with anti-air barrage is you're vulnerable to EMP, and the problem with relying on Phoenixes is you need to win the chaff war, so we're going to have to pick our poison. Frustrating, a single Overlord won him this round. I was hoping our Phoenixes would be enough, but he's got so much chaff we just couldn't get them on target in time. Back and forth game, love it. Right, what do we get? Ooh, Mustang, Wraith, Marksman, Typhoon. I think the choice is between the Mustang and the Typhoon, because we need chaff clear and anti-air that can survive or sit further back away from Overlords. I'm going to go with the Mustangs, it'll help us cover the flank as well. You go here. Come on, I didn't put you down. When the units don't go where I want them to. I imagine them as misbehaving Labradors, rolling over and lying down because they don't want to walk any further. Right, so we've got range of the Mustangs and the Phoenixes, so they'll shoot earlier from a safer distance. Some more Fangs to protect these guys, and even more Fangs to protect this guy in the middle because he's guaranteed to get an overlord going straight into him. Left side or right side? Left side, that's where the first overlord is. Then we haven't sold any Stormcallers yet. I'm going to hold off, see if he buys any more Sabertooths first. What do we unlock this turn? We've just had 3 units, it's nothing imperative. I'm scared of Scorpions, I'll be honest. Let's take the Vulcan off the cards, so we can't do a big firebomb play to clear our chaff. Happy with this? Right, let's see what he's thinking. More overlords. He's got Mustang as well to protect his towers. I like his chaff formation here. I need to level up this tower, he's playing strong side, weak side. Leveling towers up can be really powerful. Buying you more time and reducing the duration of the debuff. Ooh, he's filled out his tank formation. This board is looking a bit scary, I'll be honest. He's got so much stuff. And he's still left himself these huge pockets for war factories to drop into. It's a bit spooky. Right, here we go. Oh, he's taking speed at the tower, okay. Don't think you really needed that here. Could have saved himself 50 going forwards. But it does mean his late arriving stuff arrives a little bit sooner. Oof, the front row of fangs didn't live very long there, ouch. Borders enough time for the crawlers to arrive though at least. We still need a bit more chaff in the midline. Hate seeing fortresses shooting down at their own feet. And yeah, we need to level our fortresses and get barriers on them. They're dying too fast right now. We're losing this left side far too quickly, this is a problem. Oof, definitely need to level that tower up as well. Offer the speed up, this round is done for. Yeah, he agrees, he knows this round is over. It's just the overlords and the chaff combined. Because the tanks are chaff that clears up the chaff. And now they're level 2, they're really annoying. I hate not having the tanks myself. I know they're not the strongest unit, but they just fill such an important role. Chaff clear that can also frontline for you. What is it with you and your bleeding tanks? It's clearly the overlords decimating this battlefield. Photon bombard or oil. Or improved factory, being honest. It's bombard. We're behind on tempo, and we can punish his strong side play here. Feels bad missing out on improved war factory as a giant specialist, and hopefully that's what he thinks we're going to pick. If he picks that, then we go melting point. Right, shields in our forts and 2 more forts. When he extended his tank line around us, our forces were getting enveloped, and he was getting a nice big concave of firing lines on us. So hopefully by broadening our lines we can prevent that. Some more fangs here on this end to keep the overlords off our fortresses. I'd love to be able to buy all the level ups, but we just can't afford it right now. We need volume of fire, not quality of fire, because we're losing the chaff war. Again, I haven't sold the Stormcallers. I probably should have by now. He's got the anti-missile tech showing, and our Stormcallers aren't really shining. Don't forget to unlock a unit. Is there anything that we don't want to show up on the cards? Probably snipers, just in case we end up going Phoenix carrying the super late game. Yeah, let's take them off the free units. Ooh, he's bombarded us, but we've got the shields. He's not gone for any shields himself. This could be big. He's got so many units we can't miss. I summon thee, Prometheus, throw your fire from the heavens, smite our foes and show us your power. Ooh, some good hits. 2 more overlords on this side. We weren't the only one to notice how important the envelope was. He's swinging in on us from 2 sides now. Come on, hit these Mustangs. Oh, is that it? No, didn't hit the Mustangs. Prometheus, you have betrayed me. Return once more to Tartarus and reflect on thy failures. No, the failure here is mine. I haven't got a good answer to the overlords running yet. We're going to have to go anti-air barrage in our fortresses. We've got so many of them, I just hope it's not too late. I hope he doesn't get levels on his overlords, because the anti-air barrage doesn't scale. Ooh, we've still got some Phoenix? No, not going to happen. Dream on. Can you blame me for dreaming? Imagining our Top Gun fighter pilot Maverick dashing across the skies and bringing all these overlords to heel, but no, it is not to be. Ooh, this is complicated. We won on the side where we had the bombard, we lost on the side where we didn't have the bombard, but he bombarded that side, so we don't know how powerful we are really. We just have to play it by ear and go with feel. And my feeling is Fortress anti-air barrage will probably be enough. I'm taking heavy armor here every day of the week because it's the most cost efficient. We have a lot of level 2 fortresses. Well, we do now, that can make fantastic use of this item. And yes, it's definitely time to sell the Stormcallers. Off to the great scrap heap in the sky. Now, it's got to be anti-air barrage, it's only 400. It's so cost efficient. We have bought 2 technologies on our fortress, so let's get 2 more of them. Plug these holes in our midline. This is a lot of forts, and it makes me stupid happy. Right, this should be enough. Let's put health onto you, because you're facing the big Sabertooth. Rhino drop. I don't think dropping in the middle will help us. Maybe delaying these Mustangs would work? Yeah, let's try coming in from the corner. No, this is stupid, it won't do anything. Let's try having him as late chaff to protect these guys. Again, this isn't doing much. Can we drop him on top of something? There's nothing vulnerable. Sorry, I know I'm agonising over this for a long time, but it's an important turn, and this happy little rhino could be the difference maker. Let's have him arrive with the crawls on this side. 50 left over, let's take a page from our opponent's book and take speed. It'll make our slowpoke fortresses a bit more sprightly, a bit faster out the blocks, and a bit better at punishing gaps in his formation once we've blasted our way through. That's the dream anyway. Whoa, look at the damage from the anti-air barrage. He's gone combat techs on his overlord, so he's doubled their rate of fire, but hopefully we've got a solid answer to them now. Come on, let's start bringing them down. Yes! 1 down, 5 more to go. Oh no, his anti-missile saber-tooths. I didn't think about it. They shoot down the anti-air. They're not very good at it though, so that's our saving grace right now. Scratch 2, come on, 4 more. Oh, this is so close. Phoenix is getting involved now. Nice. Go on, laddie, you can do it. Oh, good shot, just as he was getting shot out of the sky. Only 1 overlord remains. I think we've done it. Turnover round. He didn't see Fortress anti-air barrage coming. What's his answer going to be? More anti-air saber-tooths? Aerial chaff like wasps, so maybe go mothership on all those overlords? Oh, he's going to go wasp for sure here. Actually, I don't know. Would you pick wasp if your opponent's already showing anti-air barrage? I think I'd take fire badger if I was in his boots. Drop them on the flanks and try and delay our chaff. Whew, so what's the best one for us then? We could go marksman with anti-air, but he's got range in his overlords, they're already sitting miles away. Take wasps ourselves and give them elite or range or anti-air. I think wasps, yeah. We'll use them to cover the flanks here on the sides, because if I was him I'm dropping fire badgers here. So we need something that can cover the flanks and be chaff and be impervious to fire badger. Again, we're very packed in like sardines right now, crying out for free missile to blow everything up. Just isn't enough space to cover everything though. I'm not sure these will be enough. Let's put some cheeky missiles down, just in case he goes wasp with shields or something crazy. Right, and then we've got 950 left to spend. We need to protect our fortresses, so more fangs and shields on the fangs, just in case he pivots to melting point or something. Or the dreaded war factory. Yeah, a war factory with anti-missile tech would ruin our day right now. Ooh, I hope he hasn't thought of that. He knows, I know he likes war factories. Maybe that'll put him off, maybe he's expecting me to go melting point. Wheels within wheels. Part of the fun of the game, but also what gives me a headache sometimes. Plus 200, temporary range, temporary speed. Let's take the tower buffs. And let's put a pair of anti-missile devices down, because they can shoot down the overlord shells. And if these fortresses by the tower die, it's game over for us. We've got to hold the line. Backs to the wall. Come on, lads, we can do it. Ooh, we predicted it. He did go wasp. He did go flanking fire badger. Yes! Love it when I can predict my opponent's plays. Makes the game so much easier. Well, his wasp distraction worked, but they're all dead now. Let's see, do you have any more tricks up your sleeve? We've answered your flank, we've obliterated your wasps. Come on, what more have you got? The anti-air rockets leap forth once more. The desperate gunners on the saber-tooths do their best to protect their comrades, but it's too little, it's too late, the rockets are getting through. Reinforcements arrive from the wings. Wasps and crawlers, having dispatched their enemies, are here now to save the valiant fortresses. The desperate defence. The wall has held. The overlord menace has been repelled. More, yet more, a seemingly unending supply of anti-air missiles swarm the skies. It's over. He knows it, and he surrenders! Yes! GG. Good game. The predict, the reads on that final round. Oh, that felt so good. Bluehair beaten on stream. Nice. Fortress does it all. Oh, that was a tough game. So glad we predicted the fire badger play there. My first instinct was he was going to grab the wasps, but then I thought, would you pick wasp into anti-air barrage? Or would you try and disrupt your opponent's chaff? And he did try the wasps. I think maybe mothership would have been better, so you'd have a steady stream of them, rather than a single set right at the front. Shields on the fangs was huge for us, it stopped his tanks from being able to one-shot the fangs. This heavy armor should have gone to an overlord. His combat overlords were doing so much work there with the launcher overload combined with range. It's just so much effective damage per second. It's the classic full damage overlord build. You just need cannons to go alongside it from the overlord artillery. We predicted this flank, so we put missiles down to deal with the front line of chaff, and then Wasp plus Mustang was strong enough to kill the fire badgers before they killed anything. So we still had a big swarm of late arriving chaff all arriving at once. That was so important. He probably thinks we just got lucky, and I'm happy for him to believe that, but we know we made the predict. So good. Sorry, just reveling in the moment. We did get a little bit lucky, and we played well, and he still almost beat us. So he is a phenomenal player. But we came out on top on the day, and that's what matters. That's the beauty of tournament games. I will admit I've been debating taking anti-air barrage off my fortresses, but this game was perfect for it. It's kind of the textbook example of why you need to have anti-air barrage, because we were losing right up until the turn where we took it. Right, let's see how much combat power and MMR we've gained from that. I'm sure he's more than a 2k MMR player. Editing DRN here. Bluehair is currently world number 10. 35 MMR and 1,200 combat power. Wow, that loss is going to sting for him. Hopefully he'll remember the name and next time fear the infamous DRN. Right, where are we at in the tournament? Ooh, we're currently 4th. Nice. Hopefully we get a rematch with Sauron. Or hopefully Sauron plays K and beats K, and that'll give us 2nd place. Ooh. Well, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching as always, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next round. Editing DRN here. Tomorrow's game will be against Cast. I'll see you then.